Today, we're going to talk about the 6 steps to creating a new life. These steps, if you follow them, you will be able to change your life in ways that you cannot even imagine. You see, the creative process is like a river. It's always flowing, and there are many, many outlets for you to choose to explore. There are many, many outlets coming out from the river of life, and you can turn down anyone you want, and no one will stop you. But it's interesting, the river doesn't stop flowing. Life doesn't stop flowing. Your creativity is eternally flowing. The master teacher, Jesus, said, "It is done unto you as you believe." Whatever your belief is, you're flowing down the river of that belief. And when you flow down the river of that belief, you attract the experiences of that belief. You may go down a tributary or a path on that river that's rapids. Level 2 and 3 rapids. Or you could go down one that's got 5 level rapids. Or you can go down a tributary that is equally smooth. You can go down a tributary that's surrounded by pine trees or oak trees or mountains. You get to choose. Your life is unlimited. And the creative process is not something that you have to start up. It is always working, whether you know it or not. So let's look at these steps. Step 1 is to clear your mind and connect with that part of you that is greater than your mind and your body. That's right. You are a trinity. You have a body, you have a mind, and you are spirit, soul, whatever you want to call it. Consciousness. And your consciousness is your power. And so when we come into a state of meditation, we're releasing the thought habits of the mind. We're releasing our attachment to the sensations of the body. And we're realizing that the infinite nature is within us. So step 1 is to connect us to our infinite nature and give us a reboot. A moment to pause, to choose anew. Step 2, and this is critical. This is the step that children get really easy. And it's to imagine. To imagine what you want to create and see it as clearly as possible as being your reality now. Imagine it as clearly as you can, as if it were happening in your life now. When you can do that, the possibilities open up. But if you can't imagine it, you're not going anyplace new. Imagination is critical to the creative process. And you want to imagine what's right for you. What is it within you that juices you? Not what is in someone else. You don't want to do that. You're unique. It's time to step into that. And once you imagine it, now your job is very simple. You want to create a belief that it is already done within your own conscious and subconscious mind. So a belief is aligning your thoughts, words, actions, and feelings toward a specific result, holding them persistently and consistently in both your conscious and your unconscious mind. That's the work. Once you've imagined it, it's deciding and building that belief. And all of your work is about building the belief, about what you desire and what are the benefits to you and why are you worthy of them. And you see, once you've built that belief, even if you haven't completed it, step 4 is real simple. Act as if you are that person now. Live as that person. If it's a person in a great relationship, what would you be like? What would you be living like? If you're a person who's abundant, what would you be living like if you were abundant? If you were healthy, what would you be living like? You don't wait for you to have the qualities. You start to live now. And when you start to live now, you're sending a real clear message to that creative power that you are already a vibrational match to that which you seek. Step 5 is you're living it now. Now it's time to fully experience everything that life presents to you as this new image that you have created for yourself. You have to fully experience all the bodily sensations, the sensations of sight, the sensations of hearing, the sensations of smell, the sensations of taste, the sensations to be able to feel the experience. You want to fully experience, because those sensations will tell you whether you're going in the right direction or the wrong direction. It's your sensations where you get the feedback. We live in a world of duality, and the world of duality is there so that we can experience, because if there was not duality, you wouldn't experience anything. If there was only hot, you wouldn't even know it was hot. You have to have cold to experience hot. You have to have light to experience dark. You have to have pleasure to experience pain. So we live in a world of duality, and that's a blessing. You would be bored out of your mind if you didn't and were not able to experience. And you see, step 6 is to begin again. So it's an eternal creative process that we're living. You see, I stop multiple times a day because I meditate twice a day. I stop, I meditate, I clear my mind, and I connect to my soul, to my spirit, to consciousness. And when I'm doing that, I'm no longer being ruled by my body and my mind. And then once I clear my mind, I use my imagination to see the life that I desire as clearly as I can, and to see it right now, not in 5 years, not in 10 years, not in a week. I see myself as that person right now. And from there, when I get the imagination, I said, so what would that person think like if they were doing that? What would they speak like? What words would they use? What actions would they take? What feelings would be behind those words, behind those thoughts, behind those actions? Because the feelings give the power to the belief. And I would do that whether I'm in my car on my mala beads doing my affirmations, the type of information and audiobooks I'm listening to. I will be feeding my mind everything that's in alignment of where I want to be in life, as if it were now. And then, once I've done my work on my own, I live it. I live it in all my interactions with my wife. I live it with my interactions with my children, with my grandchild. I live it with my friends. I live it with my community. I live it in my own mind. When I go on YouTube, I watch videos as if I was the person I desire to be already. What videos would I be watching if I was in that realm right now? How would I be seeking to expand? What new information would I be building in? Yeah, it's always about becoming more. And then as I'm living it, I am fully experiencing the taste, the smell of the food. I'm feeling the strain when I'm working out of lifting a heavier weight and pushing myself, or being on the elliptical, or being on a rowing machine or the stair climber. I'm fully experiencing my body moving, my muscles being pushed to the limits. Because life is about experience. And then what I know is you can't just stop. You begin again. And then you begin again, and you begin again. This is an eternal process in which we're living, one that never stops, never ceases. So when you're living the creative process, you're not going to have addictions. Why? You're too busy. You're not bored. We tend to develop addictions when we're bored with our lives. When you're not bored with your lives, you don't have time to be addicted to drugs, to shopping, to food, to pornography, to drugs, whatever it might be. No, you're too busy because you understand that it is in your DNA to constantly evolve in using the creative process of life. So summarizing for you, the 6 steps are really simple. To connect to that which is greater than your body and mind through meditation. 2, to imagine fully what you desire to experience. 3, to fully believe that what you desire is already done. 4, to live it now as if it was already done. 5, to fully experience everything and take whatever feedback you've got to adjust, to tinker with, to tweak, and then begin again. You need all 6 steps in order to fully embrace the creative process. I don't invite you to accept what I say as true. I invite you to test what I've given you to see if it works for you. Because if you don't test it, it's just theory and it has no relevance at all. I've learned in my life that I don't do things that don't cause me to have a greater experience of life. Everything that I teach is about practical because I want to, through my teaching, embody it deeper so I use it, but to share with you so that you may have the opportunity to use it as well. This is my motto. Nothing changes until we change, because everything begins and ends with us. You are the power. The source is in you. Are you going to use it? You're going to let it just hang there and be a victim of society. You weren't born to be a victim. You were born to be a creator. I see you as that. Embody it. Test these theories and take your life to a dimension that you've not even yet imagined, but are beginning to. Make it a great week, because only you can.